Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. Super Bowl 63. San Francisco 49ers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco. This will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And his defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really...
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets made. 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A gain, double it, and pick up 6.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On first down, Mahomes. He's going to... down pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
Everyone focused on the task at hand.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Debo going in motion left. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get this one up to the 26. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. And, Charles, one of the big stories this week, the head coach of this offense looking to really cement his name among the legends of all time by winning a 4th Super Bowl title.
And to me, partner, you just have to marvel at the way he brings his teams back to the Super Bowl time and time again. If he can win this 4th title, what a capper that would be to a brilliant career. Reputation as a big game coach, absolutely cemented with a victory in this one.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The biggest game, the biggest stage, Super Bowl 63, 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Bengals. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 23. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 23-yard run. And the Niners are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Moody good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Pulled in at the 24. There he goes, right side. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this is going to set up a 1st and goal from the 5. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Over 30 yards there. And 1st downs on 3 consecutive plays now. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Able to find his man, Kraft. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Throw left side, complete to Tony.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Butker's kick here is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
It got his man complete.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Niners have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is now 14-10. Clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
A give right side for Pacheco. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Again, it's Pacheco. Oh, fighting off the defender. And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
That's laid out deep for Rice. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Short throw. He's got Kraft. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st down, it's Purdy. Open man is Samuel, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard, maybe a touch less. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. McCaffrey will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown.
Well, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete to Tony. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 3 quarters in the books. 1 to go here in Super Bowl 63 in that final frame after this timeout. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Mahomes now to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They're quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the 49ers are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. An extra point try now for Moody. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Now Mahomes. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down. And again, it's Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the 25, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the right side, caught by Green. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Miles. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now 2nd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look look to throw again. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way, as we saw there.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Moody good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now complete as he led him a bit too much. Symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.